we saw Mac Jones finally get on the field in week 2 of the preseason. And before we talk about Mac Jones, we have to talk about how the Patriots actually started off the game. Well, there was a fumble because Jordan Love quickly looked away from a snap and it flew over his head. And so Mac Jones gets on the field. I'm happy to see Mac Jones. And this was the first play, a Trent Brown false start. Great way to start off your season with a Trent Brown false start. And you know what? It's sort of, how the Patriots have been, especially last year. I said Trent Brown was one of the worst offensive linemen that the Patriots had, and that sort of solidifies it. Trent Brown starting off hot, but, that is what it is. I'm a little bit hard on Trent Brown, but I expect a lot from him because Bill Belichick usually does pretty okay with offensive lines, at least drafting them and building them up. But Mac Jones out there, he went 6 for 9 for 52 yards. He did get sacked twice, and one of them was a strip sack. So he did, I believe it was the only turnover the Patriots had on the entire day. So I don't know, what was your takeaway from the Patriots' first preseason win over the Green Bay Packers?
I thought Bailey Zappe played well.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The second half, that drive down the field, he took him right down the field, scored a touchdown. He ran it in, actually. Yeah, he looked good. He looked really good. I think Mac Jones is a small sample. He was only out there for a short period of time. He did turn the ball over once. So, I don't know. The game ended weirdly, right? Didn't even play the whole game because Bolden got hurt. But yeah. I guess he's not hurt badly. They released him from the hospital.
I believe it was that night as well. Or maybe it was the next morning.
Yeah. So, I think it's hard to say yet. I know the last preseason game is against the Titans, I believe.
Yes.
And
we'll see Patriots versus
I don't know whether they're going to play Mac Jones much in that game or not. They've been playing Zappe quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Malik Cunningham would have got into the game at the end there, if they played the rest of the fourth quarter or not. But the Patriots did win the game.
I will say this.
They looked a lot better than the first. They looked a lot better than the first game. That first game, they looked awful. I couldn't believe how badly they looked. They could not run the ball at all. No running at all.
They rushed for 96 yards in this game. Yeah.
And the passing was all a dink and dunk. They didn't have any time to drop back and line up a long pass. So
right.
I'd say that all of that was better. They were a lot better this time than they were in the first game.
I'll say this about the Patriots. The offensive line is abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Mac Jones was pressured on a third of his snaps, and when the backups came in that second half, Bailey Zappe only dealt with 13% pressure. So Mac Jones was getting lit up. You still had backup tackles, backup guards in there. City So, I guarantee you, the Patriots will get rid of City So because he has gotten burned on basically every single pass rush. But he's absolutely abysmal against backups.
Was he a low round pick too?
I'm not actually sure how low it was, but I remember seeing him. I think it may have been a fourth round. If I'm not, I could have that wrong. I'll look it up really quickly. But the Patriots' offensive line is absolutely terrible. He was a fourth round pick. It was horrible to watch. Mac Jones constantly under pressure. However, there was some hope because the first time we saw Mac Jones on that false start drive that I quickly showed as sort of a troll thing. It actually wasn't that bad. Let's bring up some of Mac Jones' throws here. Look at this one. A quick little, slant route to Kendrick Bourne. Remember him? He was in Belichick's doghouse last year for, being outspoken about how crap the Patriots offense was. That's a good throw. What about this one? Mac Jones on actually, no, this is the same throw, slant throw, just another angle of it. Mac Jones, by the way, got hit on that one. Look at the pressure there. On a 3rd and 8, right? Look at this. When a defender's in Mac Jones' face, he delivers a beautiful high ball strike to Kendrick Bourne. Once again, Mac Jones, look at this, under pressure, a dude right in his face gets drilled. That's just what Kendrick Bourne brings to the Patriots. A beautiful pass, great catch. That's what Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne and that sort of connection can do to you. And not only that, I will also bring up another video here that I have, and let's bring this up. This was this is a Devontae Parker throw. Devontae Parker doesn't even extend his arms. He still has a crease in his arm. If he just stuck his hand out, that would have been a catch. I mean, the ball was a beautiful delivery. Mac Jones moving up in the pocket, sliding, a beautiful strike. Devontae Parker just didn't extend his arms. And also, once again, that City So number 61 gets burned again, making Mac Jones having to slide, and that's just the way it is. That's basically what Mac Jones' entire day was. Constant pressure. By the way, that strip sack was not something where Mac Jones saw the guy. Actually, he got hit from behind on what could have been a potential throw. And I saw as soon as Mac Jones got strip sacked, I checked Twitter just to see what people were saying. Obviously, they were saying Mac Jones is terrible, he's trash, he's garbage, time for Zappe. And I just don't think a lot of these people understand, or just being trolls out here, that realize, the offensive line was abysmal. Bailey Zappe had nearly a half second more to throw, and in the NFL, a half second to regular perception, regular life, it's very, very quick. But in the NFL, where everything needs to be slow, calculated, and precise, a half second could be an interception, an incompletion, a 30-yard deep ball, a receiver could break free, something like that. So a half second that Bailey Zappe had, that's important in the NFL. I'll also say this. Mac Jones is not a dink and dunk guy, especially in this game. Bailey Zappe actually had an average depth of target about 4 yards fewer than Mac Jones had. Mac Jones' average depth of target was 12.5 yards.
How many passes did Zappe throw?
Zappe threw a total of 22 passes, completed 10 of them.
So it was a lot more than Jones only threw 9 times.
Right. And I think, one of the, what I saw from Mac Jones was there was some competency. And not only that, they allowed Kendrick Bourne to play. It was beautiful. He also hit Demario Douglas up for a beautiful first down. There was a connection there. He also hit him, I believe, on a quick out route. So that Demario Douglas, Mac Jones connection seems to, be growing a little bit. Kayshon Boutte had a beautiful, beautiful, quick in route. Was a 42-yard touchdown. Bailey Zappe threw it. Beautiful, beautiful pass. They have 2 really good rookie wide receivers that I think could do some damage on that. When the third string wide receivers come on, be maybe even a part of that rotation. Tyquan Thornton maybe takes a step back, at least in a percentage of snaps, which I actually think is not a bad idea because he got way overplayed. But then again, I saw somewhere, Kendrick Bourne was in Matt Patricia and Joe Judge and Belichick's doghouse last year. So just to see him out there, he was a huge part of that Mac Jones passing offense. It's good to see him out there.
Able to keep all of those receivers, right?
You could keep. I mean, here's the thing. I would keep 6 receivers.
So who are they going to pick? They're going to have
Parker, Juju, Tyquan Thornton, Kendrick Bourne, Demario Douglas, Kayshon Boutte.
Six wide receivers.
I would keep 6 receivers. You're going to get rid of Trace McSorley. You're going to get rid of I would get rid of City So. He's been absolutely abysmal. There's a couple other offensive linemen that you probably don't need. Yes, obviously you need some depth, but just to have like 3 or 4 tackles, you don't desperately need that in City So, at least in these preseason games. And, throughout training camp, there were rumors. It hasn't been pretty. And if observing Belichick, probably I've been really deep into the Patriots for probably about 5-6 years now. What I've seen from Belichick is if you can't fit in and work with this offense at a high intensity level, you're not going to be playing. And City So has gotten burned and has allowed so many pressures so far that I do not expect him to be on that starting 53-man rotation roster. But who knows? Belichick could shock me. Hell, he drafted Cole Strange, I believe, in the first round last year. He drafted Kyle Duggar, who was a Div 2 safety. So
Cole Strange was the first round.
I believe
pick?
Cole Strange was the first. I believe you. I'll look it up right now, but I'm pretty sure last year Cole Strange was that first round pick, which was obviously a strange pick. Yeah, first round, 29th pick.
Wow.
Which was weird because last year
he wasn't that good last year.
It wasn't that great. No, I don't know how many sacks he allowed, but he did not play that well. But he didn't play absolutely abysmally. So my takeaway was the offensive line is absolutely garbage. So my stance of Bill O'Brien could draw up the greatest play for Mac Jones and everything could be set, but if Mac Jones doesn't have time to throw the ball to the open receiver on the greatest play ever drawn up in NFL history, it's a throwaway play. It doesn't even matter. It's like it never even happened. So this offensive line needs a lot of work. Trent Brown, not a great start to the 2023 season. The first ever play was a false start. It wasn't a pretty false start or a close one anyway. He went out a good second and a half after that ball was snapped. But I like what I saw from Mac Jones. Bailey Zappe, under 50% completion percentage. Don't love that. Do not love that. But you know what? Maybe I'm just a little bit too harsh.
I think so.
I don't know. I got high expectations.
Yeah.
I mean, if Bailey Zappe is being called, the next Patriots franchise quarterback and better than Mac Jones,
Who's saying that?
the fans, Patriots fans.
Yeah.
Hell, the Patriots last year were sort of hinting at Bailey Zappe was the guy
I think
last
Mac
year.
Jones
So,
is going to be the starter.
as he should be, and I think he showed at least yesterday that he could be the starter if he actually has an offensive line. He had barely above 2 seconds to throw. Bailey Zappe had almost 2.5.
Yeah, they were putting a lot of other players in there. They were rotating players in and out. They haven't really solidified on the final offensive line, so we'll see.
We saw some starting defensive players. I believe Barmore's out there. Matt Judon got some playing time. There was some pressure. I believe Davis, the defensive lineman, he played a couple. The Patriots defense wasn't terrible. I don't love what I'm seeing from Christian Gonzalez. I don't love it. There's a lot of times where he has an assignment on a man and they target him. He gets the catch, gets a number of yards, and Gonzalez is the one lagging behind. Don't love what I see from what could have been a big steal based on his mock draft report. I mean, we put him in the top 10. I put him, I believe, I think we both thought he would go to the Lions at 6.
He's only played 2 games.
I know, but if you're getting burned by the Texans and burned by Packers backups, I just don't love it, especially from a first-round guy who would have gone top 10 at what we put at number 6.
I'd say it's still a small sample.
Hey, all I'm saying is Patriots have to pick up the pace. It's good that they put Mac Jones out there in this game, and I fully expect them this weekend when they go up against D-Hop, who could have been a Patriot this year, if D-Hop does play. I expect him to, maybe we'll see Christian Gonzalez on DeAndre Hopkins, go maybe one-on-one. I think that'll be an exciting matchup.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping I get to see D-Hop out there anyway. So, maybe it's you should have been on our team. And if Ryan Tannehill and Mac Jones go head-to-head, Mac Jones better light it up. Be like, hey, you picked the wrong quarterback. You picked the wrong quarterback. And I think that'll be interesting to wait and see for. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.